And first, I'm gonna verify that we have the right unit. So your VIN number's right here at the bottom. So I have a mic 8822, that's our girl. Now I get to read the entire thing out loud to you. I know it's exciting stuff. So I have a 573 Tango 3327 mic. And tire pressure is at 80 psi. Okay, make sure you inspect that before you go on your trips.
So it always needs to be at 80 then?
Always.
Okay.
All right. All right, so this opens up, you run your garden hose up and through, and you hook up to your city water connection. Okay, I'll be giving you a city water pressure regulator today. I don't care if you put it on the trailer. I don't care if you put it on the spigot, as long as you use it. Okay, down is for city water, like at home. Okay, and then up is to fill your fresh tank. Any questions there? This is your battery disconnect switch. That's off and on. You have a 120 outlet and all your cable ends. Okay, you also have a light up front. The 2 dashes motion sense, and 1 is on 24/7 365.
Okay.
Okay, any questions in here?
Nope.
All right, stabilization gears. These are not to level the unit. If you want to level your unit left to right, we're gonna do it at the tires with 2x4s, 2x6s. We have nice leveling systems inside.
Okay.
Okay, these are just to get the rock and sway out of the trailer so it doesn't feel like we're in a boat. All right, and there's your crank handle right there for your stabilization gear. Okay. Oh, what do I got down here?
What size is this if I want
3/4.
Okay.
So come on down. Down here, we have 2 water lines coming down, red and blue. Those are the low point drains for your hot and cold water lines. Not the water heater, not the fresh tank, just the water lines. Okay, so you want to open those up every time you're done camping.
Okay.
Okay. We have our super fun stuff right here. You have your gray tank handle on the left. We pushed it closed, we pulled it open. Okay, and your black tank handle on the right. Okay, so which one do you think we pull first? Gray or black?
Black.
That's right, winner chicken dinner. We always pull black first. You let it drain completely and then we pull gray. Never gray and then black, because you don't want to get caught with the log in the middle of the sewer hose.
Gotcha.
All right?
Makes sense.
Here's your black tank flush. Have you had one of those before?
No.
So we have a sprinkler head in that black tank, and when you're done dumping, okay, you hook your garden hose up to right there, and your black tank handle needs to be in the open position. Have you seen the movie RV with Robin Williams?
Yeah, it's been a while.
All right, rewatch it. It's really gonna hit home now. So in the movie, right, they're at the dump station. They're trying to dump the black tank. They pour a bunch of water down the toilet, and then boom, there's a poo geyser that comes up through the roof. Poo geysers are very bad. All right, so whenever you're doing your black tank flush, you need to make sure that your black tank handle's open. Okay. If it's closed and you get distracted, we will have a poo geyser come up through the roof. Poo geysers are very bad. All right,
That's not good.
we'll close those bad boys up right now for you. We'll put your tank.
So this is third, right?
Yep.
Gray water,
1, 2,
black water,
and 3.
Okay.
No, black first, then gray.
Oh, right.
And then flush?
And then flush. Okay? And that just goes on and you twist. Easy peasy.
Okay.
Your sewer hose is the same thing, right? Take it off. You'll have little hooks like that. Put them on the nipples, run it to the dump site.
Good.
Okay?
Okay.
Any questions here?
Nope.
About the black tank flush?
Nope.
All right, easy peasy. Oh! All right, nothing right here, but we have more stabilization gear. And then your water heater. Oh, come on, sweet cheeks. There we go. All right, you know what that's called?
No.
So this is called an anode rod, okay? And this is a steel tank. We don't want that steel tank to rust and corrode and fall apart. So this does that for us. do not be alarmed when this starts to fall apart and look like crap. That's what it's designed to do. Okay, there's a long skinny metal bar in here. When that's fully exposed, you throw it away, you come to us and you buy a new one. Okay, it goes right here at the bottom. You always hand thread it in at first, and then you can go ahead and take a ratchet wrench with an extension and tighten it on down.
Okay.
If you're hooked up to city water up front, this will automatically fill. Okay, if you're pulling water from your fresh tank, we go inside, we turn on the water pump, and this will automatically fill. Then you're gonna go inside, you're gonna open up the hot side of a water faucet. It can be any faucet. No water will come out at first, and then it's gonna start hissing and pissing and gargling, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, something's wrong. Nothing's wrong, you're just purging all the air out. Once you get a solid, steady stream of water coming out of the hot side of the water faucet, you know this is full of water, and it's now safe to operate.
Operate meaning?
To turn on.
Okay.
Okay? If you turn this on without any water in it,
Okay.
we're gonna have a meltdown. All right?
Gotcha.
And if that does happen, we do have 2 resettable temperature switches right here. So that way we don't have a complete meltdown. All right?
Okay.
Any questions on filling?
Nope.
Okay.
So to start it, it's inside.
And I will
Okay.
I will explain that when we get there.
Okay.
Okay. We do have an on and off switch right here for the electric side of the water heater. You're gonna have 2 switches for the electric side of the water heater. One here, one inside. I'll show you the other one when we get there.
Okay.
All right.
How often do you need to check this thing? What's it called?
The anode rod.
Anode rod?
Anode.
Anode rod.
Yep.
So how often do you need to check it?
You're gonna drain it every time you're done camping, every time, no matter what.
Okay.
So you're gonna check it every time you're done camping.
That's
all
how
right.
you drain it.
Okay.
You pull that out.
Yep.
Okay.
So before you pull your plug, I need you to depressurize the water heater. You're gonna lift up on that right there. You'll hold that open. Bunch of water will come shooting out of there. Okay. Once it dies down to a trickle, then you can go ahead and pull your plug. If you forget to lift this up and you pull your plug, you're gonna get soaked from head to toe. Ask me how I know. I have that t-shirt. All right, and then just keep that right there.
Okay.
All right, that way you don't lose it, because you'll put it in a compartment or a drawer inside, and then boom, it's gone. It grew legs and wandered off. All right, and then you're coming back to us buying a new one.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about filling or draining?
No.
Okay.
Is it appropriate to leave a wrench in there as well?
Sure, absolutely.
Or a socket, I guess.
Yeah, that's all right.
What size is that one?
A 15/16.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm a dirty liar. That's 1 1/16.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a question, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Does this flap need to be out?
It does not.
It doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. Good question. All right, 30 amp service. See the blue light? It's letting you know that you're plugged in properly and receiving 120 volts. Whenever I plug a trailer in, that's where I look. Okay?
Okay.
You'll take your power cord, you'll plug it in, you'll twist on the little nut right here. Do you have a generator?
Yeah.
Okay, you'll plug your generator into your power cord. Okay, I will be giving you power adapters. That way you can plug this in with a regular extension cord at home.
Okay.
Are you storing this at home?
Yeah.
I want you to keep it plugged in 24/7, 365.
Okay.
In the wintertime, I want you to remove the batteries, put them on a tender in your garage.
Okay.
All right, I don't want them to freeze.
Okay.
Yeah, any questions about this?
Nope.
Okay, your bumper plug pulls out and your sewer hose slides in. That way you're not storing your sewer hose with all your camp gear, getting your camp gear all gross. I'll be giving you a sewer hose later on.
Okay.
Roof access. You're pre-wired for a backup camera. All my married customers call that the divorce saver. True story. Look at all that storage. Holy smokes. How many bonnets can we fit in there?
Well, do you know?
He has the t-shirt.
Yeah. Spare tire, the crank handle for your stabilization gear will take this off. Okay? Fresh tank fill.
Okay.
You stick your drinking water hose in, there's 2 ways to know that you're full of water. 1, water will come shooting out, and 2, we monitor at the monitor panel inside.
Okay.
I prefer method number 1.
Okay.
All right?
So
That
to
way you're
shoot out?
multitasking.
Gotcha.
Right? You don't want to have to sit inside all day for 20 minutes holding the fresh tank button, watch it light up lights. It's awfully boring.
So is this the second way to fill up fresh water tank?
Yes, second way.
Okay.
So you can do it either way.
And you would prefer this method?
I would probably do it from here versus there, but if you're camping at a KOA and you're like, hey, let's go desert camping in North Dakota, right? And you're already hooked up to city water, you might as well do it
Just
from
fill it
over
up.
there.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
You got an outdoor spray port, cold water only. Great place to hose off kids or dogs, or do you like to fish?
Nope.
Me neither. Me
Haven't
neither.
done much.
He's a dirt biker though.
Oh, there you go.
Good place to spray off the boots.
Yeah, the bike,
That's true.
more stabilization gear, and right here on this side of the jack is the low point drain for your fresh tank.
Okay.
All right, you want to make sure you open that up every time you're done camping. So you have 3 places to drain. Wait, 1, 2, yeah, 3 places. So you have your low point drain for your hot and cold water lines. You have your water heater, and then you have this. Okay, it only takes about 4 to 5 days in 90+ degree weather for your water to turn sour.
Okay.
All right, and then it smells like dirty rotten eggs and sulfur.
Okay.
And then you're cussing. All right. Power awning. We never have our awning out on a windy day, and you never leave the trailer with the awning out. I
Okay.
don't care if you're gonna go on a 5-minute walk, put it back in. It's Idaho, man. It's gonna get ripped off.
Okay. Good
Okay.
to know.
Steps. They just fold up and in. There's no locks, clips, pins, latches. As long as you don't drive like a ticked off teenager, they're gonna stay in. Oh. Okay. Manual crank sight to bring your slide out in. The crank handle for your stabilization gear, spare tire, we'll
Same
crank
thing.
that slide in. Okay. Stovetop range vent exhaust. You physically pop it out when you get to your campsite and you push it back in for travel and storage.
Do it again. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Easy peasy. Cable out.
Okay.
A 120 outlet. This is my favorite outlet. I call this my margarita blender outlet. So if you plug in your margarita blender and we're not blending margaritas, we go inside, we go into the bathroom, you hit the Gfci Reset switch, and then boom, we're blending margaritas again.
Okay.
All right. Furnace exhaust. Same steps. Other side of our storage. There's your quick connect hose with your power cord. And
Oh, that's for the water over there?
yep. And the water over here.
Okay.
I believe there's water over
So
here.
this one's just cold water, and then that one's hot and cold.
No, there's not one over here. We have a solar charger? We have a solar panel in here? Sweet. We'll check that out in just a little bit.
Okay.
We'll come back to that. Okay, so over here, you have your 2 12-volt batteries. Okay. Inline fuse for your front jack. So if
Okay.
your front jack ever quits working, you go there first. You check that. If that's not in, it still doesn't work, you remove this. The crank handle inside will operate this up or down.
Okay.
Okay. Cute little docking light, doesn't do much. You got your safety chains, your trailer brake disconnect cable, and your 7-way. Oh, and we got our propane tanks. All right, so you got a gas barbecue grill at home?
Yes.
Same thing.
Yep.
All right, it's no different. Here's your regulator. You're pointed to this tank. Now we're pointed to this tank, and we never do in the middle.
Okay.
It's always one tank or the other. if you have both tanks open and one tank bleeds dry in the middle of the night, it will automatically switch over to the other tank. That way you don't have to come out here at 3 o'clock in the morning in your chonies and do that.
Okay.
Pretty cool, right?
Does it mechanically switch?
It does not. This will physically not move, but
yeah.
it will switch over. There's just a pressure switch in here.
Okay.
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 Questions?
So what would be the point of manually switching it over then?
Some people don't like to have both tanks open.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Some people are weird like that. I don't know. Everybody has their own preference.
Gotcha.
You know. So that way they know when this tank is completely empty and they're not guessing, right? I guess that would be the reason why.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. So you recommend leaving them both open?
I like to open them both when I get to my campsites.
Okay.
So
Good
whenever
to know.
I borrow a trailer on the lot, that's what I do.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions on the outside of your trailer?
I don't think so. Nope.
You ready to go inside?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's see if we can teach you something inside. Alrighty. Looks like detail was jamming out. After you, sir.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna start with safety first, all right? Right here in our door frame, it says weight of cargo should never exceed 1,427 pounds. That's a lot of camping gear, man. A full load of water is 515 pounds. So if you fill this thing full of fresh water, you go to the Oakley Reservoir, right? You take the 515, subtract it from the 1427, and that's how much cargo you can carry full of fresh water. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Easy peasy. We got a fire extinguisher right here. Got a smoke detector right there, and it does take a 9-volt battery.
Okay, the smoke detector does?
Yeah, it takes a 9-volt battery. This little guy right here is your carbon monoxide and your propane leak detector. That little guy is hardwired into the 2 batteries up front. So when your 2 batteries up front start to die, this will chirp at you like a smoke detector does when the 9-volt battery is dying. And it's usually about 3 o'clock in the morning when that happens.
Okay.
Okay? If this one really starts to go off, and you'll know it, okay? I want you to get out of the unit. I want you to leave your doors and windows open, and you will go turn off both propane tanks. After about 20-30 minutes with both tanks off, doors and windows open, you can come back inside, you can button everything back up, but leave the both tanks off for the remainder of the camping trip, and then get the unit back to us so we can make it camping safe for you.
Okay.
All right? You have an emergency exit window right here. And we also have an emergency exit right here. This one does perch open. So if you want that fresh air, a little bit of a draft, right, we can do that. If you need to use this in an emergency situation, you push the red handle through, you pull the screen, and I want you to go head first. Make sure your friends and neighbors are watching so they can rate your dive. I expect to see tents going out of the window, and you better film it. You got the camera. Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's start over here at our control panel, I guess. Come on in, boss.
No, I'm watching.
Come on. All right, so we have our battery level indicator, empty to full. We're registering full. Okay, if you want an accurate readout of your battery level, unplug the trailer from your power source, come in here, hit battery, and it'll give you a more accurate readout. If you want a very accurate readout of your battery condition level, get a solar panel. Okay, comes with a nice controller, tells you your actual voltage, how many amps you're putting into your battery, and how many amp hours you can use. Okay, solar's the cool guy stuff. If you plan on doing any kind of dry camping, generator camping, you're gonna want a solar panel.
This one has one, right?
Does this have a solar panel on it?
Yep.
Oh, sweet. Then cool. Then that's the cool guy stuff.
The little controller will tell you that, the one that's mounted upside down in the wet bay.
Yeah, I haven't checked that out yet. So I was gonna jump on the roof when we were all done here and check.
Okay.
So I didn't want to bite myself in the tongue here. So so battery level. So fresh tank is empty. As we fill them up, the lights slide up. Black, empty, gray 1 and gray 2. Looks like I need to find you another gray tank handle. I bet you it's right underneath the slide.
Okay.
Okay, so you have 2 gray tanks.
Okay.
All right. As we fill them up, the lights light up, and as we drain them, the lights go down. So you got your ceiling light, our center light there on the outside, water pump switch. This is for dry camping only. If you're hooked up to city water, you do not need to use the water pump. You turn it on when you need water, and you turn it off when you're done. No falling asleep with the water pump on.
Okay.
All right. Gas water heater takes about 45 minutes to heat up water. Electric water heater takes about an hour 15. And don't forget, you have the 2 switches for the electric. One here, one on the actual water heater. They both have to be on for electric to work.
Okay.
Okay. And together, if you turn them both on, it heats up water in about 30 minutes.
Oh.
So if your wife takes a long shower, runs you all out of hot water, you come over here, you turn on your generator, you hit them both, and then boom, you're gonna heat up water much faster.
Okay.
All right. Our slide out control, I do tell everybody, it's one motion in, it's one motion out, and I really don't want you stopping in between. All right. But I'm a realist. All right. I understand you're putting the slide out in, the dang broom falls over, you got a boulder in the middle of the floor, a dog toy, a kid toy, right? Stop the motion, pick it up, and then continue on back with your motion.
Okay.
All right. I just don't want children over here playing with it. Yeah. All right. When you're putting your slide out, I do recommend that you have somebody on the outside so we don't hit power poles and trees and cars and small children. Kids are pretty tough. They can bounce back pretty fast. All right, our awning. Your awning does not have a stop feature. You are that stop feature. I'm actually going to go put the slide out in so I can show you the whole thing, okay?
Okay.
So, awning extend, awning retract. Your awning does not have a stop feature. You are that stop feature. I can stop this awning anywhere and everywhere I want to, but we can overextend it. Are we gonna make it? It's gonna be close. We're right there. Come on, come down. So you have an 8-inch flap that comes down. We are right there. All right, you can barely see the metal tube all the way exposed.
Okay, so how do you know when you're far enough?
When that flap comes down, so we're almost there. So if you take a look, you can almost see the roller tube is almost exposed. Okay, we got about another 4 or 5 inches we can go from here.
Okay.
Okay, when that flap comes down, that's when you know you're fully exposed or extended. All right.
Fully exposed.
When that flap comes down, you know you're fully exposed.
So we never have it out on a windy day. You never leave the trailer with the awning out, but we can have it out on a rainy day. All right. But you start to notice your awning fabric's pulling up with water. Oh no. All right. So you come over here, you pull it down, and now you can shed water off to one side or the other. All right. Before you put your awning back in, push it back up. Right?
Okay.
Arms nice and straight, arms in the same location. Okay?
Cool.
Any questions on your awning?
Nope.
All right, why don't you go ahead and go inside and put it in for us.
Down is in?
It's an RET, yep.
Retract. Okay.
So this is where the mistake happens, right? People aren't paying attention to what side of the button they hit. They hit awning extend. Instead of retracting, it rolls backwards. When it rolls backwards, it rolls from the bottom of the roller tube, not the top like it is right now. If you come in and I see that your awning is rolled backwards, I'm going to tease you, okay? So the problem with rolling it backwards, right? It's bad for our gears, it's bad for our motors, and then when it rains or snows and your fabric pulls up with water and rots your awning out. All right?
Okay. So don't overextend it then.
Don't overextend it. Do you have any questions on your control board right here?
Nope.
All right, we'll come back to the stereo. Okay, whenever I plug a trailer in, I look for my blue light, and then I come in here and I look at my microwave. What does that tell you right now?
It's on?
That's right. You're plugged in properly. You're receiving 120 volts. It's the quickest, easiest place to look to make sure that you're plugged in properly and receiving 120. I always look there every time. Okay. Now let's just say you walk in, right? Or you plug your trailer in, whether it's to a power source or with a generator. You walk in, there's nothing here. right? I don't like to make 1,000 trips around my trailer for nothing. Not there. There. Right? So we come right here, our power center. We check all of our 120 breakers, just like the ones in our home. If those are good, then we go outside, we check the connection on the trailer, and then you go to your power source. All right?
Okay.
All of your 12-volt fuses are right here. If you blow a fuse, a light will light up corresponding to that specific fuse. That way, if you blow a fuse at 3 o'clock in the morning, you don't have to be like, honey, does that look blown to you?
Okay.
Okay? Now, if it's a light fuse, all your lights have to be on for the light to light up down here. If it's your slide out, you have to have somebody over there hitting your slide out button for your light to light up. Same with the awning. Okay? That makes sense? You have to send power to that item.
Okay.
All right? Any questions, comments, concerns here?
Nope.
Go to Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart. I don't care. Get yourself some extra fuses.
Okay.
Maybe not Walmart. I hate Walmart. The only good thing about Walmart is when you're sitting in the parking lot and you're thinking to yourself, you're like, man, I feel pretty good about myself today. I feel like a 7. And then you walk into Walmart and you're like, oh, man, I look good. I'm like a 12 around here. This is sweet. Right? So the next thing we want to do when we get to our campsite is we want to turn on both propane tanks. Okay, we cannot be traveling down the highway with your propane tanks on. If you get pulled over and a cop inspects your tanks, you can receive a ticket. Okay? I was doing an orientation with a guy from Arizona at the beginning of the summer. He told me it's $1,500 if you get pulled over in Arizona with your propane tanks on. I do not know what it is in Idaho, Nevada, Washington, Oregon, but if it's anywhere near that, I'm not risking it.
Yep.
Right? So, we get to our campsite, we turn both propane tanks on. You're going to come over here to my favorite burner, the middle burner here. We're going to turn that on. We're going to give it a click to the right. Once you get a flame at your stovetop, then you can start firing your gas appliances.
Okay.
Okay? And that's just going to ensure that all of your gas appliances do turn on with the first light, right? I don't want you to sprain the finger turning things on and off again. All right? So this is my favorite burner because this is our hot burner. This is your coffee making burner, your water boiling burner, the burner I like to use to fry up some eggs. So it has a larger orifice in it, allows more gas through, so it does burn hotter than the 2 in the rear. Okay? Do you know how to light a pilot?
Where? Yes.
All right, so super easy. We got cool guy lights, right? Off, cool guy lights and oven light. You take this knob right here, you got a little flame, you line it up with your arrow. Now you're gonna press and hold for about 30 to 45 seconds. And it's gonna be the longest 30 to 45 seconds of our life, but I'd rather hold this button down for longer than stand on top of my head all day. You have a gas barbecue grill at home?
Yeah.
You know when you leave the gas on too long, you try to ignite it, and it goes woof, and now we don't have any eyebrows? The oven will not do that.
Okay.
I can literally hold this down all day with an open flame, and we'll always have our eyebrows. All right? All right, it's been about that time. I give her a little click. All the way down at the bottom on the right-hand side of the burner tube is your flame. You see that little baby flame?
Yep.
All right, once you get a little baby flame down there, we're going to keep this button held in for about 5 to 10 more seconds. There's a little sensor down there. We got to warm it up with that baby flame. Okay, the colder it is outside, the longer we'll have to hold it down for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release. Flame is still there. Pick your temperature.
Okay.
Before your first camping trip, I want you to come out here. I want you to turn your oven on, and I want you to burn it out. It's brand new. My technicians have already burned it twice, but I bet there's still some residual in there that we need to do.
Okay.
So I don't want you to get smoked out on your first camping trip.
Okay.
All right? Do you have any questions, comments, concerns about your stove, oven?
Nope.
Last but not least, I know Mom and Dad always taught us never put your hand on a stovetop. Right? I'm telling you, put your hand on here. Make sure it's not hot before you put your glass down. There's 3 people every year that come in with a shattered stovetop. If you become one of them, and I see it, going to tease you. All right?
Tell me what the difference is between these.
Up is just these.
Oh, and then the
and
oven.
down is the oven.
Okay.
And those. Very important feature. You got to have cool guy lights. All right, your fridge, super cool. That's the first one I've seen. That's because you got the off-the-grid model, right? So as you're traveling down the highway, you put it to off-the-grid, 1 or 2, okay? Or right in the middle. It's just your temperature, so low temp, medium, and high. Okay? And then when you're plugged into 120, low, medium, and very cold.
Okay.
All right?
So this will power off the battery.
Off the battery with the solar panel.
Not propane.
Not propane, which is awesome.
Okay.
Right? So you got that panel up there with your controller, and it's also a little inverter, which powers this.
Oh, okay.
Which is freaking awesome.
So it's not necessarily just the battery.
Right.
It's the solar.
Yep.
Okay.
So you're always putting stuff back in.
So you can load this up before you...
So what I tell everybody that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to plug your trailer in, right? You're going to want to turn it on 3 days before you go camping. Okay? After the first 24 hours, once your fridge is to temperature, get yourself some thermometers in here so you know exactly where you're operating, right?
Oh, okay.
I don't want you to freeze your milk, cheese, eggs, sodas, and beers,
Okay.
right? Ice chunks and beers is good. Frozen is bad, all right? So turn it on 3 days prior. After the first day, after it's to temperature, you put your food and drinks in. By day 3, everything's nice and cold. You turn it to the off the grid, you hook up, and you hit the road. When we get to our destination, depending on what you're doing, if you're staying in dry camp, all right, you're generator camping, then you keep it in off the grid. If you're going to be camping at a KOA or you're in Glacier, right, you turn it to whatever setting that you like the best.
Okay.
All right.
So even if you are hooked up to a generator, you still want it off the grid?
If you're hooked up to a generator and you turn your generator on, I would turn it on over.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Questions, comments, concerns?
Nope.
Okay. Just make sure that your food and drinks have been in here for a solid 48 hours before you hit the road. All right.
Okay.
So here's your keys. Happy birthday. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy New Year's.
What do these...
So your purple keys are for your doors, and the silver is for your compartments. When you're all done with final paperwork, I'm gonna have you come out here. I'm gonna make you turn off all your lights. I'm gonna make you close the slide. We'll hook you up. We'll do a walk around. We'll lock everything up, just so that way you get to do it, and I get to watch and supervise, see how much you learned today.
Okay.
All right.
That's your test.
That's my test.
All right, the table folds into a bed. It's real easy. You lift up straight up on the table. You remove the legs from the floor. You got little ledges right here all the way around. The table sits on the ledges. Back cushions go over the middle to make it into a bed.
Yep.
This is a futon. Right? Easy peasy. Grab the back, pull it back over. Voila.
Okay.
And I believe it's 300 sleeping, 200 storage for the top bunk.
Okay.
All right. At least that's what it is on Jayco's. So I would assume it's pretty close.
300 on the top, and then the bottom's...
Bottom is
Even
probably
more?
unlimited, right?
Okay.
I mean,
I thought Jayco's were 600 for doubles.
I
Double bunks? Or
read one the other day. It was
600, right?
300
I think
For
it's
single bunks.
maybe the...
The double bunks are rated at 600.
for the single
Right.
bunks.
Hmm.
Aren't they all single? I don't know. I don't know for this. I'm shooting in the dark, but I'd rather say a lower number than a higher number.
Sure.
Okay.
That
Sweet.
way, if something does load, there's 600 pounds on it. It's not coming back to me, right?
Yeah.
Exhaust fan, pretty standard stuff.
How do you turn this on?
So you just crank it up.
Oh, there's a little button there.
You just hit that little button.
Okay. Right on.
This is an exhaust fan, and the one in here is called a fart fan.
Okay. Same thing though, right?
Same.
No farting in the kitchen.
Yeah, no farting in the kitchen, only in here. Okay. Let's do your thermostat real quick. Do you have central air at home?
Yeah.
All right, same thing. All right, but we're gonna press and hold our power button down here at the bottom. It comes on. You got your fan switch. Fans in low, high, low, high. We hit mode again. Dry. That's if you're like Florida. California is not even humid. Texas, right? Somewhere humid. Okay. So we want to remove that humidity from our trailer. Okay. So you put it to dry mode. It's going to suck a lot more of that moisture out than just air conditioning.
Wow.
All right. Cool. heat. And if you hit your fan switch when in heating, okay, so now it's heat with a fan speed of low. So what that does, right, and that's mostly with our older generation this happens to. They turn their heater on, they accidentally hit that fan button, and now their furnace is running, their fan is running, and they're like, that dang guy from Bish's RV sold me a crappy unit. My fan is running, my furnace is running, what the heck is going on? I'm freezing to death in here, right? Well, it's because we turned our fan on, right? So make sure when you're in heat that the fan is in auto, A.
Okay.
All right. And then temp down, temp up.
Okay.
Pretty standard stuff, right?
Yep. So fan in auto when it's in heat, but you can have it wherever you want when you're trying to cool off.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Our toilet. This is the easiest thing to mess up. And this is also what I love to charge the most to fix. All right. So pedal halfway down, puts water into the toilet bowl, and pedal all the way down for a full flush.
Okay.
Before each and every camping trip, I need at least 5 gallons of water in that black tank before you ever use it.
Okay.
Okay? I do not care how you get that 5 gallons there. I do not care if you come out with a 5-gallon bucket completely full of fresh water and dump it straight down. I don't care if your wife comes out and fills the toilet bowl up 5 times and flushes it 5 times, as long as there's 5 gallons of water in that black tank.
Okay.
What happens when you go number 2 and there's no water in that tank?
It will get stuck.
That's right. It sticks to the bottom of the tank, and now you're creating a mountain of problems. And believe me when I say this, man, it is a mountain of problems. You bring the unit to me with a poo pyramid and no water, we're going to charge you at least $300 to take care of it. I don't like my techs playing with other people's crap. I like to teach lessons, and I love it when they sting. How else do people learn? If it physically doesn't hurt you, it doesn't hurt a pocketbook, nobody ever learns a lesson. And I want you to be a good learner. All right, so how much water?
5 gallons.
Man, you're a good learner. All right, moving on. So the next step after that 5 gallons of water is we put our chemical in. Chemical is just as important as that 5 gallons of water. Chemical breaks down our toilet paper, breaks down the crap, so everything slides out nice and smooth. Okay, liquid chemical is my favorite. Pure Power is my favorite brand. I think it works the best. I think it smells the best. Okay. Of Pure Power, and every brand of chemical is a little bit different, but of Pure Power, it's 2 ounces of liquid chemical down the toilet, 1 down the sink, 1 down the shower, and 1 down the kitchen sink. So 2, 1, 1, and 1. Not every bottle of chemical comes with a measuring device. So how do we know how much 1 ounce of liquid is? A shot glass is 1 ounce, an eighth of a cup is 1 ounce, and a red Solo cup, the first line at the bottom of the cup, is 1 ounce.
Okay.
All right? So 2, 1, 1, and 1.
Sweet.
In my opinion, when dealing with crap, we can never use enough chemical. All right? But that's just me. All right? When we're going number 2, you need to add water to the toilet bowl. All right? More water's better so you don't get skid marks on the bowl, but not too much water where you get splashback. I can't help you find that happy in between. You're going to have to figure that out on your own. While you're camping, keep about 2 to 3 inches of water in the bottom of the toilet bowl. And that's really going to help prevent bad smells from coming out.
Okay.
Okay? RV approved toilet paper, the biodegradable stuff only. No Charmin tin ply, no baby wipes, no hand towels, no Legos, no Hot Wheels, no toothbrushes, no toilet brushes, and no socks.
Gotcha.
We have found all that stuff down there. You bring the unit to me. You want my technicians to fix it. They find any of that stuff down there, $300.
Oh my god.
Real TP turns into paper mache down there. Okay?
Okay.
Questions, comments, concerns on the toilet?
Nope.
Alrighty. Our shower, we don't have 50 gallons of hot water like we do at home. Okay, so short shower. So you jump in, you rinse off, you hit your water saver shower head button. That shuts the water off so you don't have to readjust your temperature. You soap down, hit the button, rinse off, and you're all done.
Okay.
All right. Your Gfci Reset switch. So I call it the yellow light of death. Right, come in here, hit that, voila.
Okay.
So that's for your margarita blender, and that's for your kitchen.
Okay.
So if you don't have power there, you come here first.
Okay.
All right. And last but not least, storage.
Okay.
That's it, man.
Okay.
Questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah, let's talk about...
Oh, I guess we didn't do the stereo.
Oh, okay, let's go there first.
We missed the stereo. So this is a DVD player, a CD player. It has Bluetooth, but it does not play Blu-ray.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it does not.
Okay.
All right. So Zone A is inside. Zone B is outside. And if you guys got some friends over, you got the fire, tossing a few back, right? We can turn both on, and now we're partying. All right. So AM, FM, disc, Bluetooth, USB, aux. Pretty standard stuff. Okay. Any questions here?
No.
So let's pull the TV. In here, you got a red light. You see that red light?
Yep.
That is your TV antenna boost. Let me turn off the stereo. That is your TV antenna booster switch. So if you want to watch local channels, that red light has to be on.
Okay.
Okay, if you're camping at a KOA and you're trying to watch the TV service that campground provides, that has to be off.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So it has a built-in antenna, right?
Yep, built in. So if you want to watch the local channels, that red light has to be on.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
That's my spiel.